welcome back to another video. We got Michael Jordan versus every All-NBA defender. So this video is going to really showcase Michael Jordan's scoring abilities. So I'm excited for this, man. This is a special video. We got Michael versus all NBA defenders, not just regular players, bums, or plumbers, as people like to say, but against elite defenders in the NBA. Somewhere where a lot of us didn't make it at. So these dudes are obviously tough. So let's get right into this video. Hope you have a good day. My socials and Discord will be linked down below.
The greatest scorer that's ever lived. He could drop 40, 50, and 60 points at any time. But was he equally as dominant against the best defenders of his era? We're going to see how he performed against all the All-NBA defenders that guarded his position. From the 1984/85 season to the 1997/98 season. We're going to see which players he tormented the most and which ones he had the most trouble with.
Tormented is the right word to
use. We're going to start with
use.
the early stages of his career. Let's bring in Michael Cooper. He's an 8-time All-NBA defender. That includes 5 first teams. He also won the Defensive Player of the Year award in 1987. Jordan went on record and called him a great on-ball defender. But this is what Michael averaged against him for his career.
Oh, so look at this. 9 games. 2 points attempted, 22.7. Yeah, Cooper wasn't attempting no jumpers. No cap. Field goal percentage, Michael shot 48 against him. For field goal percentage in the totals.
31.2 points per game on 47% shooting. To Cooper's credit, he was less efficient than he normally is. But that's to be expected when facing the best perimeter defenders the league had to offer during 7 against him for his career. 31.2 points per game on 47% shooting. To Cooper's credit, he was less efficient than he normally is.
We just gave Cooper credit for holding Michael Jeffrey Jordan to 31 points per game with 47% shooting. That's how crazy of a scorer he is. We're giving him credit for holding him down to 30.
But that's to be expected when facing the best perimeter defenders the league had to offer during this time. But his scoring did go up. When he saw a worthy challenge, he wanted nothing more than to rise to the occasion. And there were 2 times that he scored over 40 points against him. In 1988, he gave him 42 points on 48% shooting.
Ooh.
But MJ didn't win every battle. There was one time when he was held to 35% shooting in 1989. We move on to Sidney Moncrief. This is a player who won the first ever Defensive Player of the Year award in 1983. Then he won it again in the following year. He was selected to the All-NBA First Team defense for 4 consecutive seasons. Michael recognized how great a defender he was. He said this in 1986, according to the LA Times. "He'll hound you everywhere you go, both ends of the court. You just expect it. But the numbers say he usually had his way against him."
Bro, this man dropped another 30 ball against Moncrief, bro. Like, he averaged another 30. And let me guess, he did good. Like,
he averaged 31.6 points per game on 53% shooting. There were 2 games where he
I didn't even peep that. 53%, so I guess, Cooper, you did good then. My bad.
scored over 40 points. That includes his performance in 1987 when he scored 50 points on 52% shooting. Sidney Moncrief once told Michael Cooper what made him so hard to guard.
Of course, Michael Jordan was impossible to guard because Michael could play without the basketball. And he could be on the weak side, and if you're not in tune to him, he could make that fast cut left, right to the basket or to the top, catch the basketball in his sweet spot, and just do anything he wanted to do. I think he doesn't get enough credit for moving without the basketball.
They faced off once in the playoffs in Jordan's rookie year. He was held to a little under 44% shooting, but you can say that this was a team effort. The Bucks had another All-NBA defender, Paul Pressey. This is one of the most underrated defenders of the 80s. He was selected to the All-NBA First Team defense in 2 consecutive seasons. In fact, He was credited for holding Jordan to 3 of 17 shooting in 1987, but his numbers look very similar to Moncrief's. He was dominant against a team that had 2.
By the way, Jordan is right here. He's this one. Yeah.
All-NBA defenders. He was able to score an additional 50-point game against them in 1989 while shooting over 60% from the field. Then he scored 49 points on them in 1992 while shooting 60%. The next legendary defender that he went up against is Dennis Johnson. He's a 9-time All-NBA defender.
Oh.
That includes 6 first-team selections.
Okay.
Magic Johnson even called him the best backcourt defender of all time in 1991. But you wouldn't know that when he faced Jordan. He averaged 34.3 points per game on 50% shooting.
Bro, this is insane. Like, these dudes are like randoms against MJ, bro. Like, blame Jordan for the plumber antics. Blame Jordan for the plumber allegations. Jordan is your fault. I'm blaming Jordan, bro. Jordan made it, like, the way he was dominating, bro, he made it so, like, he didn't make y'all look bad, but he just made y'all look so regular. But y'all are elite. But he was just elite. Like, he's just the GOAT, though. So it's cool. But he just made y'all look so regular out there.
There were 6 games in which he scored over 40 points. That includes 2 50-point games. In the playoffs, he was even more dominant. He averaged 39.7 points per game on 46% shooting.
And if y'all like this video, make sure y'all like this video down below and subscribe if you're new, man. This is a banger.
He added 2 more 40-point games. When he scored 49 points in Game 1 of the 1986 playoff series, he vowed to never let that happen again.
Yo, that was kind of
1986 playoff series. He vowed.
Yo, Jordan got him with the hezzy to pump fake to pull.
Then he scored 63 points in the very next game. We're seeing a pattern here. Not even the best defenders could stop him from making history. We move on to the defender that he respected the most, Joe Dumars. He once said that nobody guarded him better. He expanded that by saying this.
He thought well. I mean, he was very smart about his defenses. I think he approaches the game as trying to dissect his opponents and try to find weaknesses or try to force them to do things that they didn't feel comfortable doing, you know. And he introduced certain tricks to make me, you know, expand on my talents as an offensive player. I mean, that's why I consider him the best.
That's the equivalent of a royal flush when arguing the greatness of this player. He surely has the accolades to back that up. He was selected 4 times to the All-NBA First Team defense. With that being said, here's what Jordan averaged against him. 31.1 points per game on 47% shooting. His efficiency did go down a bit. There were even 2 times that Michael was held to under 30% shooting. On the other hand, there were 2 times that he scored over 50 points while shooting over 75%. Then, in 1980,
bro, like, how do you guard this, bro? I would be so mad.
While shooting over 75%.
Like, bro, like, what is this?
Then, in 1980,
he's just doing anything out there, bro. Like, Jordan, this is another All-NBA defender they're talking about he averaged 30 against. Are we going to see anybody in here actually do something to MJ stats? Like, I'm expecting at least see a percentage of 25 points per game somewhere. Like, bro, every game he's dropping 30 on every All-NBA defender.
He scored 61 points on 56% shooting against Dumars and the Bad Boy Pistons. In the playoffs, Jordan continued his dominant play. He averaged 30 points per game on 48% shooting. There were also 3 times that he averaged 30 points per game on 48% shooting. There were also 3 times that he scored over 40 points, and each time he shot over 50%. Dumars also once described what it was like trying to guard MJ.
There were nights that on the court that he would do something so incredible. And my thing was to never show any emotion, one way or the other, whether he did something great or not. But I can tell you, many a nights I ran back down the court after he's done something incredible. And internally, I'm saying, are you effing kidding me?
We move on to one of the most underrated defenders ever, Alvin Robertson. He won the Defensive Player of the Year award in 1986. He's a 6-time All-NBA defender. He was selected to the first team twice. He led the league in steals 3 times. He's the all-time leader in career steals per game with an average of 2.7. In 1986, he averaged 3.7 steals per game, which is the most in history. We're talking about a guy who once posted a quadruple-double. He was legit.
Yeah.
And this is what Michael did to him. He averaged 34.7 points
Thrashed
per game.
Thrashed him. MJ thrashed him. Alvin Robertson got thrashed. 35 points per game. What is this, bro? This is getting like, bro, this is really just MJ. The defenders are getting better, but the stats by MJ are getting better.
On 54% shooting. There were 7 times that he scored over 40 points. In 5 of those games, he shot over 60% from the field. Then, they faced each other in the 1990 playoffs. Jordan averaged 36.8 points per game on 54% shooting. Let's not forget that the 0.8 points per game on 54.
Bro. This is not, bro. Jordan, you talking about all NBA defenders, bro. Jordan was really just going out there just hooping. He probably didn't even care. There's no way, I don't think Jordan even felt a difference, bro. I know we're only 7 minutes into this video, but I don't think Jordan felt any difference. I don't think we're going to see any player in here that's going to really stop him, bro. This is insane.
4% shooting. Let's not forget that the Bucks got this player specifically to contain him. They learned the hard way that there is no such thing as containing Michael Jordan during his prime. What can we say about T.R. Dunn? This is a player that many fans have never heard of. For those who don't know, he is mostly known for being the defensive specialist for the 1980s Denver Nuggets. He's a 3-time All-NBA defender. There's an interesting story surrounding these two players that ESPN published in 2012. The article described T.R. Dunn as one of the best defensive players in the league. In Jordan's rookie year, he was held to 17 points.
Okay.
This was a moment he wouldn't forget. In their next matchup, Michael hurt his ankle in the 3rd quarter, and they wanted him out of the game. But he kept saying that he needed to play. He went back out there and finished with 35 points on 69% shooting, 15 assists, and 14 rebounds. They were just starting to learn about his competitive streak. This is what he averaged against them: 32.1 points per game on 53% shooting. There was even one game he had in 1989 where he scored 53 points on 71% shooting. Let's move on to Gary Payton, where he scored 53 points on 71% shooting.
53? 71% shooting? Bro, let's be realistic. Jordan probably didn't even shoot a 3 in this game, too. So Jordan probably made about 18 layups. He got fouled a couple times. Probably shot free throws for the rest of them. Let's say Jordan scored 36 off 2s. Dang, he probably got some middies in there too. Nah, 71% is insane. I ain't gonna lie. There's nothing. 71% and you score 50 points, bro. He should have took more shots, basically.
Let's move on to Gary Payton. Yes, we all know that he's a point guard, but there are many people who have lauded him for the way he did.
Low key, the fact that he shot 71% and shot for 53 points, it was hurting the team more if MJ didn't shoot it. Basically, if MJ wasn't shooting that night, you hurt the team. Pass him the ball.
Defended Michael in the 1996 finals. He was held to 42% shooting for the series. So it's worth diving into how he performed when playing against the Glove, the player who won the Defensive Player of the Year award.
It's the Glove. Bro, this is Gary Payton. He's the last hope. If I don't see nothing out of Gary Payton guarding MJ, I got no hope for the rest of the video, for real.
6. The player who was selected 9 times to the All-NBA First Team defense. This is what he averaged against him: 30.5 points per game on 47% shooting.
You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it, Gary. 30.5. It's the lowest one so far, Gary. I like it. Jordan only shot 30. He only made 30 points against you per game. That's it. Not too much. He only shot 30, made 30 points against you. He only had a field goal percentage of 47. He only made more points than you and had a higher field goal percentage than you. 3-point attempted. He attempted 33s only. Jordan had that 16% three against him. Okay.
He was still scoring at a high rate, but the efficiency wasn't always there. There were 3 times that he was held to under 40% shooting. On the other side, there were 2 times that he scored over 40 points. In 1997, he had 45 points on 68% shooting. What made the Sonics so dangerous during this time was that they had another All-NBA defender. That was Nate McMillan. In 1994, he averaged a league-best 3 steals per game. He also currently ranks 3rd all-time in career defensive box plus minus. There are some who believe that if he had been healthy during the 1996 finals, the outcome may have been different. He had the strength to handle Jordan in the post. However, the numbers are essentially the same as what we saw with Gary Payton.
Man, 1996, 97, 98, it don't matter, man. Jordan winning it. Come on, bro. He still averaged 30 against him. It didn't make no difference.
Problems. But no matter who's on your team, he will still give you 30 on an average day. We move on to another underrated defender, Derek Harper. He was known for his tenacious on-ball defense. He was named to the All-NBA defensive second team twice. He's the only player that Jordan faced every year of his career with the Chicago Bulls. This is what he averaged against him. 29 points per game on 49% shooting. That's not bad for a player who saw every version of him. There were 3 times that he scored over 40 points. That includes the double nickel game. Derek once told the story that when he checked in to guard him, Jordan told him that he's hot right now, that there's nothing that he could do. He wasn't lying as he proceeded to make one tough shot after another. But that's nothing compared to what he did at Dan Majerle. Contrary to popular belief, he was very good on defense. He's a 2-time All-NBA defender. This was the narrative surrounding him in the 1993 All-Star Game. The New York Times wrote, the All-Star Game offered a preview of Dan Majerle, one of the best defenders in the NBA, versus Michael Jordan, the best player in the world. Is Majerle versus Jordan the series coming next spring? Little did they know that it would become such a lopsided battle. But let's start with the regular season. He averaged 31.4 points per game on 50% shooting.
Very lopsided.
There were 4 times that he scored.
Bro, that was very lopsided, bro.
Scored over 40 points against him. That includes a 50-point performance he had against the Miami Heat early in the 1996-97 season. Then, in the playoffs, this is what he averaged for their 2 matchups.
36?
That, of course, includes the 1993 finals when he averaged a record 41 points per game on 51% shooting. He explained what his motivation was for torching the poor guy.
I knew that Jerry Krause loved Dan Majerle. And just because Krause liked him was enough for me. You think he's a great defensive player? Okay, fine. I'm gonna show you that he's not.
We move on to John Starks. He was an All-NBA defender in 1993. Jordan gave him the ultimate compliment that year when he said that Starks played him extremely well. He then said, he got me in tough positions where I couldn't get the shot I wanted. A couple of them I forced just because I was totally out of rhythm. In their 2 series in 1992 and 1993, there were 6 times that he was forced to shoot under 40%. Although it's fair to say that it was more due to New York's team defense than the efforts of an individual. But let's get to the numbers. Jordan averaged 31.8 points per game on 47% shooting. There were 5 times that he scored over 40 points against him. In the playoffs, Michael averaged 32.3 points per game on 45%.
It looked like Starks is one of the better offensive players in here, though.
% shooting. There were 4 times that he scored over 40 points. That includes his classic 1993 performance when he had 54 points on 60% shooting. John Starks said something interesting about what made him so tough to guard.
You could never break his will. You know what I mean? You can never get inside his head.
Chicken.
And, with LeBron, I can see that a little bit. You know what I mean? You can get inside his head. Michael, you could never break him. And I think every player that played against him would tell you the same thing. And he made the game look so easy, uncomplicated. You know what I mean? He didn't have to take the ball between his legs 2 or 3 times to get his shot off. He just get to points on the court and he just knocked down shots.
We transition to another well-respected New York Knicks player, Latrell Sprewell. He was an All-NBA defender in 1994. Craig Sager once famously asked Jordan who are the toughest guys you had to play against. He said, "Sprewell guards me as well as anybody." His never-ending energy, athleticism, and quickness made him such an outstanding defender. The numbers show us that he didn't make things tough for MJ.
Okay, 25, okay. So Sprewell is the best player in here, it looks like. Highest points, I think, right? 16 is the highest points. And Jordan's points went down to 25. So Sprewell is the best player, 46% from the field goal.
He averaged 25.2 points per game on 47% shooting. He didn't have many big games against him. His only 40-point performance came in his legendary 1996 season. He had exactly 40 points on 48% shooting. We move on to the forgotten Bobby Phills. He was an All-NBA defender in 1996. He was a second-round draft pick who turned a 10-day contract into a 9-year career. Jordan gave him the ultimate compliment by calling him the toughest defender he had ever faced. But in 2000, he was killed in a car crash as he was driving on his way to morning practice.
And rest in peace.
This is what Jordan averaged against him: 28.2 points per game on 46% shooting. There were 4 times that he was held to under 40% shooting. His strength and mobility made things tough for him. On the other hand, there were 2 games in which he scored over 40 points. In 1996, he gave him 45 points on 52% shooting. They technically faced each other twice in the playoffs, but Bobby barely played in their 1993 playoff series. So we're only going to show you what he averaged in the 1998 semifinals against the Hornets. That's 29.6 points per game on about 47% shooting. The last player we're bringing up is Eddie Jones. We saved the best for last.
The one that started over Kobe and I forgot. Eddie Jones, man.
You'll see why in a second. He's a 3-time All-NBA defender.
Shout out that boy Joe Money.
He led the league in steals once. Michael once praised his defensive abilities by saying this: "He is a very savvy defensive player, so you have to pay attention to him, and you have to be very cautious with the ball and make sure you don't put it out there where he can come and steal the ball. I have to rank him as one of the good defenders in the league." With that in mind, this is what he averaged against him: 23.6 points per game on 41% shooting. Yes, those numbers do include their matchups when he was with the Wizards, but that's not why the numbers are so low. In their 6 matchups as a member of the Chicago Bulls, he only shot over 50% once. Apparently, the Lakers in the late 90s did the best job of containing Jordan. This surprised me the most, but other than this lone exception, Jordan continued with scoring dominance against each one of these legendary defenders. But what about you all?
Yeah, I enjoyed this video. I hope y'all did.
I haven't been to the grocery store.
Ooh. But that was cool. It was cool to see how Jordan matched up against great defenders. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't usually get to see that type of stuff. Like, we get to see Jordan stats on a huge scale against everybody. Got to see him against the top defenders of his time in the NBA just in general. And he still basically did the same thing. It really make a difference, really, it looks like. But y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all feel about this video. Make sure y'all put some hype on this as well so you can get this word out. So we can really show them boys how Jordan is the GOAT, man. How Jordan is the GOAT. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're on the road to 10K, man. Love all y'all for supporting the channel. It's your boy TorieSama, and I'm out.